Today, the WR450 is getting powered up. Alrighty, so what does powered up mean? It means that we're actually going to be running a 12 volt to USB port, so we can have power for my phone, charging the action camera, power bank, anything we need. So sort of a bit more of an adventure bike thing. Generally you wouldn't have it on an enduro or race bike, but we're trying to be a little bit more set up for some longer journeys. So first step for that is power for all of the things that we need to run. So we're going to rip the seat off, rip the airbox cover off, hopefully the fuel tank can stay in there. And basically batteries under here, we're going to connect to power and earth down here. This has called a smart adapter, so it's got a little bit of brains in here, so it won't fully drain the battery on the bike to charge up a power bank if I leave it plugged in. And we're going to try and mount it somewhere up the top here somewhere, which I'll show you guys once we figure it out. The sun decided to come out, so we've moved back into the garage, which there is a lot going on at the moment. So we've obviously got the 2023, which we're about to pull apart and fit our Quadlock 12 volts USB smart adapter. And any guesses where that was bought from? I'll put a poll up on an Instagram short. And there's three options. We're talking MX Store, MX Store, or MX Store. So then we've got the 2007 Gertrude. She's just on the charger at the moment. Ignore the water. So we are getting ready for a beach trip tomorrow on Monday. And Mitch is gonna jump on Gertrude. Just done a few little things. We've topped up the coolant. Need to top up the engine oil and just make sure all the fluids are right. So I have to do a brake fluid flush on the front as well. That's on the agenda for today. But right now we're just charging the battery up so the electric start works. Being an old bike, at least it does have a Kickstarter in the event that the battery isn't working for us. But the 2023 absolutely does not. It's electric start only. And we've also got the kayak set up. So Mitch and I are actually going for a fish out at Imbil, Yabba Creek, one of the many bridges out there. We're going to stop off, and so we've got it all set up. I've got a little tripod in there to put the DJI on, so you can come along for the adventure and watch me paddle up and down a creek for 4 hours and don't catch anything. So that's going to be really fun, but I am actually looking forward to that. I haven't done that in a very long time. But back onto this thing. We'll go through what's in the box. And there's some instructions there as well. Alright, so what's in the box? So straight off the bat, we've got our ring terminals to go straight onto our battery that already has a pre-installed 3-amp fuse that goes through to a weatherproof connector. So it's a very nice, all pre-packaged unit which is ready to roll. Then from there, we have the other side of the connector to plug into. This is the brains of the operation. This is our little smart controller, which does have 3 different options in here. Off, so you can completely turn off the power supply so nothing comes through to the USB end, which looks something like that. On, constant power supply, or auto. And what auto will do, as I previously mentioned briefly, is once battery voltage drops below 12.5 volts, this will cut off that electrical signal. So you will be able to still get a little bit of charge once the bike is off, but once we see less than 12.5 volts, the power to the USB outlet will be cut off by the little brain down here. So a nice, very well thought out kit. And then just comes with some zip ties and a weatherproof cover to go over the end of the USB connector for when it's not in use. It was about $50, I believe, from the legends over at MX Store. So once again, super fast postage, come quicker than what I needed. Didn't even pay for express post this time, it just rocked up. So let's get the seat off, the fuel cap cover, airbox cover, and then we'll see if that is good enough to be able to run this where we need to. In a perfect world, it would be nice to have the control unit accessible without having to pull trims off, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty, so already more involved than what I was hoping, but not too bad by any means. So we've pulled off this passenger side fairing trim, whatever you'd like to call it. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is we'll connect down into the battery down here, positive and negative. We'll run down to the side of the battery, and then we'll tuck in underneath this fuel tank here, which does move up ever so slightly, coming up and going underneath the air intake on the side here, and then that will at least get us through to all these wires up in the top. So from there we'll be able to get a bit more of an assessment as to how much wire we need to loop up, how much tail we're going to have, and where we're actually going to go. So we've got the new EnduroWorks 3D printed mount for the key barrel. I'd really like to use this little hole here with a little bracket or a zip tie or something to have the USB outlet right next to it. I think that'll look really clean, so we'll give that a go. Alrighty, so fortunately with the 3D printed EnduroWorks kit, we've managed to sit it right down in here, right next to the key barrel and the lights for indicators and high beam. So I'll sort of line up the front cover because we've still got to tidy up the wiring a little bit, but just down there is where the USB is sitting. So I'll just plug one in quickly. Bam, we are plugged in, and it comes with this boot as well, which is hard to do one-handed, but we'll get it done. Just a little waterproof boot. I've currently just got it wedged in there, so it's not pinned in or screwed in or zip tied or anything like that, but I don't think it needs to be because this USB cable is going to stay in here full time. So we will plug my phone in now. I'll put you back up on the stand. Alrighty, so plugging in. Nothing, so it's on auto mode right now, so I'll change it onto on. Still nothing. Incredible. Why? That's because that's not on. That is off. That is on. Bam, and we are charging. Just again. Perfect. So now I just get to throw all the trims back on, figure out where this USB cable is actually going to live full time, and we're done. Alrighty, everything is back together. You can just see the red and black wire through here, and the connectors just on the top there, all zip tied in out of the way. I've already turned the forks full lock either side just to make sure it's all good. And then there's the control unit just under the indicator, so it's currently in the off position. USB port itself up in there, if you can see that. And then it's running into the service bar bag straight through here, plugged into my phone already, which I'll try and unlock it. So you can see, it's hard to see, but 56% not charging. Go down to here, switch it to on, and we are green and charging. So great little product from Quadlock, pretty easy to install. When I first undid the battery, I dropped one of the bolts down in the frame, and then I was mucking around with that for the best part of 15 minutes. But yeah, considering this is the first time doing it live action, which is pretty cool, but that's all on there now. So I am ready to ride the trails, and now I've got the access to power that I need as well, whilst also being able to switch it off so I don't run my electric start only bike flat. Thanks guys.